Ain't nothing like a trailhead, is there? Figured y'all deserved a nice little change of scenery. A couple weeks ago, I was asked a question about dreams and goals. Like, if you're doing one particular career, but it's your goal and your dream to do something else, what did I make of a person pursuing that? First and foremost, I would never do something to discourage somebody from attempting to do anything for any reason whatsoever. I would never be the one to say, well, you can't do this because you have a family, or you can't do this because you can't afford it, or you're not smart enough, or you're not strong enough. Ability lies in the will. Now, with that being said, in the particular circumstance, the person has a very, very lofty goal, and that is to be a rotary wing med flight pilot. And what it would take to accomplish that goal is pretty doggone great. You know, it would take a lot of sacrifice, both for himself as well as his family. What qualifies me to particularly give advice or speak to this? Nothing in particular, other than my current occupation was by no means my first choice, and also it's not the most interesting thing that I've ever done. Do I regret it? Do I regret what I'm doing now? No. And I'll tell you why. In my life, I've had plans of a bunch of different things, and I had a time when I'd be looking away, like as if what I was doing was merely passing the time on the way to something better, which I was sure was on the horizon, which I was sure I was going to do, or what was due me. And no matter how many different things I tried, or how many different directions I tried to pursue, each thing that I did, each task that I accomplished or place that I went, the thing that I tried, wasn't actually what I was going for. To rephrase that, imagine if you do become a rotary wing med flight pilot, but then it turns out that doesn't bring you the satisfaction either. I mean, while it would be your dream job, to what end? And that's where I'm going with this. In certain circumstances, a person needs to find a way to have their dreams coincide with what they have going on. You know, you have a person who's a metaflight person comes to the aid of other people, bringing them from catastrophe, from the jaws of calamity and destruction, and transporting them to safety and comfort. But to the particular person I'm talking to, what he actually does these days is not that far off of accomplishing those ends. Now, if it comes down to operating a certain type of machinery, you mentioned not wishing to go into the service in order for the training. The thing about it is that the dudes that are the rotary pilots are going to be most likely military trained at this point. They're going to be med flight operators from the service, and in which case it's going to be very difficult to move them out of their seat. And it's one of those things that there's only going to be so many seats, and in order to get that seat, you're going to have to be one of the ones that has worked harder and sacrificed more to knock the person out of that seat that's been doing the same. Personally, and I'm speaking very personal here, what I've found the most fulfillment in is in helping other people realize their goals and dreams. Doing what I can in my limited ability to help my wife accomplish her goals, and the same thing for my daughter and for my friends. But I don't mean for any of this to be any sort of discouragement, for a person that wants to accomplish a hefty goal, and it's definitely worth pursuing. And if it's a calling, man, it's a calling. It's just like what law enforcement is for some guys. They try everything else, but their calling was to the street. I'm not sure if I helped any or not, but that's where I'm at with that, and all responses are open, because I think that this is a topic that a lot of us deal with, and it's also one of those things that when you find a way through it, it's definitely a great thing to finally be in the place that you're supposed to be.